All right, what's up, Hauppauge High School students? I begin every video that way, begin most of the meetings that way. Here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Make sure you're not on your phone right now. Make sure you're paying attention. Make sure your first impression of the principal is a good one. And that's what you're responsible for doing here today. Cool? All right, my name is Chris Cook. I'm the high school principal. This is my third year as principal here. Before here, I was principal in Boston for 6 years. I grew up in Shoreham, Wading River, not far east. It's where where civilization hits the farms. That's the town I lived in, and had a great experience there. After Shoreham, I went to Northeastern University and stayed up in Boston after that for almost 15 years. Then 2 years ago or so, actually 2 years ago this week, 3 years ago this week, we decided to move back to the area. I've had a great experience so far being the principal here. Been super excited about the work that we do. And here's a fact. A fact. Facts are good. Facts are really good. This is one of the best high schools in America. So last year we were ranked in the top 1,000. And I don't really pay attention to the specifics of the rankings because we still have room to grow and improve. But we were ranked, I don't know, in the 800s or maybe the 700s. Why is that important? There are 20,000 high schools in America. You're in one of the top 5% of high schools in America. So what is your responsibility? Your responsibility is to show up here and do your best. If you do that today and onward, you will grow as a human being in an enormous way. Your life will be fulfilling. You will have an opportunity to give back to the world in a powerful way. But that is your responsibility. Show up every day and just do your best. That's what we're asking. So you're at 9th grade orientation. Welcome, class of 2024. Why is we're trying to do tech pretty well. We know that this is a weird experience. It's weird for us too. Usually I'm the kind of principal that will have a wireless mic and be walking up and down the aisles, interacting with people, giving fist bumps on the way in. I can't do that, so I have to adjust my approach to the work this year too. We know that this is not experience, not sitting with your friends or your peers, but sitting 6 feet plus apart from them, looking around, seeing masks. We get it. My entrance into high school wasn't normal either. Over 20 years ago now. Wow, that's crazy. And we know that this is a weird time. But we're all in it together. It's going to be a positive experience, and you have some simple roles that we'll talk about. But first, I want to just kind of preview our structure. So my administrative team is awesome. Mr. Whitehorse in the back, he was the guy saying hi and all sorts of weird things probably to you as he came in. He's in the shirt and the tie back there. What's up, Mr. Whitehorse? He is one of our assistant principals in 11th to 12th grade assistant principal predominantly. Mrs. Ferrara, also listed here, who's not here in the auditorium today, is an assistant principal you'll get to know. And Mrs. Pagliari is our 9th and 10th grade assistant principal who you'll get to know over the next couple of years in your entry to high school here. We're really excited. We take our job really seriously. And we also do it with some humor and some fun and some jokes. So again, hello, Hauppauge High School. 3 years and 10 months from now, you'll be graduating high school. What you do in the next 3 years and 10 months could make your life better. It's not a guarantee. It could. You could grow a lot, or you could take it casually and have to do that kind of growth and maturing later on. I would suggest you take high school really seriously. I would suggest you come in with a fresh mind. You have a chance to kind of a fresh start, and you take that really seriously. And that you take your role as a human being across academic, social, emotional domains really seriously, and you try to get better. You might be entering high school thinking, oh, I can't wait to start this club or this sport, and guess what? It's 2020. That's not how you're starting high school. That's okay. There's opportunity always in chaos. There's opportunity always in weird situations like this one. I'm cloudy. I don't understand what's going on. The next slide I have here is one that you will hear me say a lot because it takes a while to understand. Our role is to support, and you can't really see it, but it's in my brain. All right, our role here at Hauppauge High School is to support students' growth, to empower them to tell their stories socially, emotionally, academically, and in other domains, all in service of preparing you for the first day you are no longer a Hauppauge High School student. Our role this year is to make sure you're just kind of going day by day also and doing it in a positive way, but we take our work really seriously. We are interested in developing you as young people so you're prepared for the big scary world beyond. In 2020, the big scary world is kind of everywhere, and so we're cognizant of the fact that we need to also help you right now in this time and space move forward in a positive way. This slide is very important to me. I want you to understand it. Here's how we think about our role. Here's how we think about our work. So we have very high expectations. This is a very simple grid. The top, it's the high expectations we have. The bottom, low expectations. On the right is high support, low support. A lot of schools kind of live right here. They're in the middle. We aspire to be at the top corner, have high expectations and high levels of support. So what does this mean? My expectation is you're doing what you're supposed to do. You're doing your work. You are where you are supposed to be. In the context of 2020, you're wearing your mask. You're maintaining social distance. You're coming each and every day with energy and enthusiasm. If you break the rules, I will hold you accountable, right? Those are the expectations. But on the other side is we also take really seriously our role to support students, to support young people in their development. And so we have a really robust team that really works to support each and every one of you. We think about you as individuals, not as a group, and we work to support you to kind of cultivate your identity in whatever form you're trying to grow in. And that comes in the form of our counseling support, our teaching support, our curricular and co-curricular support, and a whole host of ways. But that's who we are. That's what we aspire to do. Right now, I'm going to have Mrs. Pagliari come forth and kind of talk a little bit about some approaches to 9th grade. But welcome to kind of your first moment as a high school student in the building. We're excited, and we got a lot to do. A lot to do. Mrs. Pagliari, take it away. Thanks, guys. Show the video, stop presenting, and then just show it on the But until then, stay on this and then finish. Thanks, guys.
Good morning, class of 2024, and welcome back. We are really, really excited to see you. I know your 8th grade experience wasn't exactly what you thought it was going to be. I'm sure it was absolutely nothing like you thought it was going to be. I'm sure that on March 13th, when they said you're going to be home for a week or two, everyone was probably pretty excited. Everyone loves the vacation. And then as the weeks went on and on, people were really, really missing school. I'm sure there are a few of you that really enjoyed the last 7 months and had no problem not being in school, but I'm sure the vast majority of you couldn't wait to get back, couldn't wait to get back to structure, couldn't wait to get back to seeing your friends and even just learning, right? More so in a school setting. So we're really excited to have you back. The first day of school, right? The first thing you're gonna wanna do is run up and hug your friends. Well, we can't do that. And we have to wear a mask. And this is kind of our new reality. When you go in your classrooms, your desks are 6 feet apart. When you go to the cafeteria, you're sitting at desks 6 feet apart. We're gonna figure it out and we're gonna make the best of it. And while it's not ideal for anyone, we wanna be here. We want you here. And I know you guys wanna be here. So I'm truly confident that you will follow the practices that we have put in place to keep you safe and to keep you in the building because we want you here. So if you remember when you went back to 6th grade, the first couple of weeks before 6th grade, you probably had a little anxiety, possibly worried about things. I know from my own kids' experiences, like, am I going to be able to open my locker? Am I going to be able to find my locker? Am I going to find my classes? I have to change, right? So the good thing is with COVID, we don't have to do any of that right now, right? So you're going to get to transition into the building and not have to worry about all those little nuances. We don't have lockers. So you don't have to find your lockers. You're going to find your classes. Not only that, but we're doing block schedules. So every day you're going to have 5 classes at most Most of you are going to have lunch, and most of you are going to have 4 classes every day. That's only 4 classrooms that you have to find. You're going to learn your way around this building just like you learned your way around middle school, and you're going to make it work. You're going to get to your classes on time, and the teachers are going to help you, and the teachers are going to support you, and everything's a change. Teachers, they like to come around and walk by, so everyone's adjusting, and we're all in this together, so just remember that. You also might have heard probably older people say to you, time flies in the blink of an eye, you know, before you know it. I cannot tell you, and I'm going to say it, and I know you're not really going to get it, and I get that you don't get it, but I can't tell you how true it is. On Saturday, I'm going to be taking my son up to college, and he's a freshman, he's going into freshman year, and I can literally remember his first day of kindergarten. So when they say in the blink of an eye, it really goes so fast. So you need to take advantage of every single moment that you're in school. You need to be present, you need to live in the moment, and you need to just get involved and do every opportunity you can to make these next 4 years the best that you have. And it's all about your attitude. Things are not going to be easy. There are going to be things that are difficult. It's going to be difficult to not take your mask off all day. It's going to be difficult to not congregate with your friends in the hallway, but that can happen. And there's going to be other things that are difficult. There's going to be algebra problems that are difficult. There's going to be friend problems. It's all going to happen, but it's all about your attitude and how you choose to deal with what you're given. And just know that there are so many people here to reach out 6 feet apart and help you, and we really, really are. I work with some of the best people around, and they're here for you. Mr. Foster just walked into the room. You probably heard from him in various emails and reminds and parent swears and whatnot. He is your 9th grade guidance counselor, school counselor, and he's going to be guiding you through this whole year. So between me and Mr. Foster, you're going to spend a lot of time with us. In the back is Mrs. Ruffini. She is one of our school social workers. Thank you for coming. Our other school social worker is Mrs. Griffin. Their offices are located, and you'll see on the tour, right in where the kind of counseling whole center is. And then we also have school psychologist, Dr. Wang, and Mrs. Nagaki. So everyone's here to support you, and we're looking forward to a great year. So back to Mr. Cook said about high expectations. We have them for you. We know that you can do great things, academically, socially, personally, all around. But the more important thing is that you have high expectations for yourself, relative to things that are important to you. And we want you to take advantage of the opportunity to enhance your 9th grade experience and grow as a person. I've done this activity several times, and I find value in it. So if you were given an index card when you came in, I'd like you to make 2 goals for yourself. You're going to write your name on the index card, okay? And these goals are your goals. They're not my goals. They're not your parents' goals. They're not what your school counselor is telling you to do. But I'd like you to think for a minute and make 2 goals. One academic, okay? And this is yours goals. So it could be I want to take an AP class. It could be I want to score this on an SAT. It could be that I want to get involved in studio art, or I want to get involved in drama. It could be any academic goal that you see. And then the second goal, I want it to be a personal goal. I'm going to be on time to school this year, do all my homework. I'm going to make some new friends. I'm going to try a new physical activity, exercise 15 minutes a day, whatever it may be. So I'll stop for a moment and allow you to think. All right, you may need another minute or 2, but I'm going to move on. And you can just write that down. Why I do this activity, first of all, please, this is your goal, so own them. Like they're your goals. I do this activity, I've done it over the years, and I find that the kids really enjoy it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to leave it with me in the back. If you don't feel comfortable, you don't have to. I'm not reading them. I have, these are your goals, not mine. If you take it home, I would suggest you put it in a place that you'll be able to find it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it back to you on the first day of your senior year. And some of you are going to look at those goals and be like, wow, I did it, and feel really proud. And some of you are going to look at the goals and be like, wow, I didn't get to do that yet. I really need to make sure I do it because this is my last year to do it in school. So these are your goals. Again, I'm going to ask you to leave in the back, but you certainly don't have to. But we're going to look back on them when you're a senior. And I'm going to ask you to think about them, even if you don't leave them here, and just reflect on how you've grown personally, academically over your high school experience. All right, so we have to do a few rules, and I'm going to go quick because I know Mr. Foster wants to get up here. Be on time, like very simple. Be on time, go to your classes. Of course, there's going to be a little transition period in the beginning where you are still finding your way around the building. That's natural, right? So the teachers are going to be very understanding of that, so don't stress about it. But once you get into the room, it's the expectation that you're going to be in your classes on time. Be respectful, okay? I taught for 12 years, and then I was assistant principal for 8 years, 5 of which were in a middle school. And I know middle school, kids, they're excited. You guys have a lot of excitement in you, but you need to be very respectful to all the staff members, every single one of them in this building. And you need to be kind. You need to be kind on social media and in person. Social media, even if it's at home, even if it's Saturday night, you make nice TikToks. You do not make fun of anyone. You do not get into any type of negativity on social media, because what happens outside of school, even on social media, can be affected in school. So we take those things very, very seriously. Refrain from vaping. I don't even want to say that. You can't do it. You can't go in the bathrooms. You cannot be vaping. It is not healthy for you, and we do not tolerate it. You need to read the code of conduct, the dress code, cell phones, that you're responsible. You are responsible for reading those codes of conduct. If you read in the code of conduct, vaping, if you get caught vaping, in possession of any of that, it is an automatic 5 days out of school suspension. So please, we take that very seriously. We'll be doing drills over the next few weeks, security drills. You'll be going over protocols. I hope you guys all watch those videos Mr. Cook sent out. We're going to be sending out more videos regarding lunch tomorrow. Masks, got to wear them. I know that it's not the most convenient thing, but they are required every single day, all day, except for the few minutes that you're eating. And stay to the right in the halls, just as if you were driving on the road, okay? And that is, again, it's for your safety. I know that you guys want to hug each other. You want to walk together. You can't right now, right? We want to stay in school. We want to keep you here. So we have to adhere to these guidelines, because I know you want to be here, and that's just what we need to do. This is the DASA Act. You cannot discriminate people based on their color, weight, national origin, ethnic group, religion, religious practice, disability, sexual orientation, gender identity, or sex. That goes under just being kind. You should be kind to everybody. Okay, I'm going to have Mr. Foster come up, and then after that, you're going to be heading to the gym to do a workshop with our upperclassmen, and then some of your 9th grade teachers are going to then be taking you on a tour throughout the building, and you'll have the opportunity to kind of find out where everything is before you come in next week. We look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Foster.
All right. Hey, guys.